Ladies and gentlemen, what it do, what it do? And happy Tuesday. And I hope y'all ready for another crazy, funny episode. Okay? We are now surviving Clive Davis shitty diapers. And we are surviving the fact that Clive Davis is the one who created Diddy Glover. Clive Davis is the one who created this alleged monster. Shout out to all of y'all in the building. Yes, in the building, Eva. You know what I mean? Miss S Bit. Yeah, I'm talking about Devana in the building. Yeah, I mean? Let's survive this. Lakia, we're gonna survive. We're gonna get through this. Lady Shorty in the building. You know what I'm talking about? Shirley Davis, Retta Hills, Chrissy. You know what I mean? We in the building. Sally, Lilies, X 87.6. Okay, guys, I gotta update y'all. Doreen came in and said, hi, hey there. Hey there. Yo, this is getting crazier and crazier by the minute. But I'm going to tell you guys, I'm not surprised that the feds, okay, I don't even got to say allegedly with this. Clive Davis, this man is 5,710 years old. 5,710 years old, and they are going to haul his ass off into court. This is pure stone survival. They done found evidence at Diddy Glover's house, which I'm not surprised to catch everybody up to speed. We already know that the feds ran into Diddy house. We know that they got emails. We know that they got the Kim Kardashian family. We know all of this stuff. Now, Clive Davis, I was wondering, sir, because you fought so badly to get Diddy Glover at the Grammys. When Jay-Z neglected him and dumped him before the Grammys, you had your own little party with your senior citizen friends. You know what I mean? And shout out to the senior citizen. You know what I'm talking about? But we are surviving the fact that Clive Davis, this man is 5,700 years old. You know what I mean? And he's wrapped up all in this shit. Clive Davis, they done found all kinds of shit to implicate him in these freak-offs, allegedly with minors. Clive Davis with minors. Allegedly, Clive. I'm going to say allegedly about the minors, but they got you on camera, sir. They got all the emails, all the shit with you trying to help Diddy Glover, and that's what you get. You should have set your old ass down and had somebody change your shitty diaper and stayed out of Diddy Glover's business. Just stayed out of Diddy Glover's business because they was going to find you anyway, Clive. So Clive Davis been trying to pass off money. They found money, wiretaps, everything between Diddy Glover and Clive Davis recently. Ladies and gentlemen, recently, this man's been trying to give Diddy Glover money to flee the country. Yes, and they found all the evidence to prove it. Now he has to go and testify against Diddy when he created Diddy. And they already told Clive Davis. And I've been told y'all, I don't care about nobody's sexuality. But I've been hearing that that dude, Clive Davis, that Diddy Glover had to, make Clive Davis' penis disappear. You know what I mean? To get into the position that he's in. Everything that Clive Davis be doing, all that Weinstein, whatever the fuck that dude's name is, that type of shit, that's what Clive Davis was doing in the industry years ago. This is the man who trained Diddy Glover for combat, for freak off combat. So of course the feds were going to go to him and say, "Look, sir, we don't care about the fact that you 5,000 and something years old. You're going to have to come to court and you're going to have to testify because we have you on tape, sir. You are already been sending Diddy Glover, you and him transferring money back and forth. I don't even know why this man, other than the fact that the man is old as hell. So of course he don't know how serious this is. I'm pretty sure his grandkids and stuff is telling him, grandfather, stay away from that man, P. Diddy, that you created. Stop texting him. Stop talking to him, Clive. This is pure survival. You still talking to Diddy recently. Allegedly, they found conversations and they was tapping Clive Davis' phone and Diddy Glover's phone. He's talking to Diddy Glover, telling him he should do what Russell did, that he should leave like Russell did, and telling him that he's going to give him money and been transferring money back and forth to help Diddy Glover, to help pay his lawyers and all of that. You're going to tell me that you don't think that nobody's going to think, Clive, that you and him, y'all love affair. We've been talking about this love affair between you two, making out and everything like that. And we know Diddy, you was his sugar daddy. You were Diddy's sugar daddy. Surviving the fact that Clive Davis is Diddy Glover's sugar daddy. This is pure survival. But listen, sir, this is very serious. Now they're going to make you testify against Diddy Glover. They done found all the evidence, and you don't want to get yourself in trouble. You are on your last 2 to 3 weeks left, probably. You know what I mean? And I'm not wishing death on nobody, but you are 5,700 years old, Clive Davis. You was in Jesus' classroom. You was in Jesus' classroom. You and Jesus used to be in the playground, all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? So you should know better. But since you probably have dementia and different things like that, so you don't realize, and Diddy's so selfish that he talking to you on the phone, knowing that his phones is tapped, knowing they're going to use all that motherfucking evidence, and then they're going to pull his ass in there. So the man got subpoenaed. Ladies and gentlemen, this is breaking news. Yes, Clive Davis was subpoenaed, and he's not the only one. We already know. Think about all the people they got testifying. They got Orlando Brown, the Oshkosh Goulash. They got Usher testifying. They got Chris Brown testifying. You know what I'm talking about? They already working on Jay-Z's hairstyle, and they working on Beyonce too. Beyonce trying to separate herself from the whole industry. She trying to go over there and ride a horse. She thinks she can get on a horse as high as you is, Beyonce. All that, you listen, don't be doing no powder getting on no motherfucking horse. Cause it's gonna go viral if you fall off that horse, Beyonce. I don't care how much country shit you try to sing. You know what I mean? But that whole fucking courtroom is gonna be full of celebrities. You know what I mean? And Clive Davis, they done dug up a whole bunch of shit with you. And I'm talking about Clive is on them tapes as old as he is. Like, I don't know how was you attracted to him, Diddy Glover. Like I said, I don't even care about somebody's sexuality. But that man, I know that whole courtroom gonna smell like a shitty pamper. When he gotta testify against you, Diddy Glover, the whole courtroom gonna smell like nursing home hallways. This is pure survival. And I ain't gonna shout out to all the nursing homes out there, especially all of the people that work and take care of the elderly and take care of people that's in them nursing homes. But y'all know how bad that shit be funky. It be stinking like a motherfucker in the nursing homes. Pure survival. You know what I mean? God rest my mother's soul. But my mother had to get around the clock care, okay? And I used to go to the nursing homes all the time to see her. And my mom was funny as fuck like me. So she knew when I smelled like shit, I come in there, mom, it stink like a motherfucker in here. She used to be laughing. Pure survival. You know what I'm talking about? It smelled like poop in them nursing homes. Shit on the walls, shit on the dishes. Pure survival. Shit on the door handle, shit on the shingle. This is pure survival. And Clive Davis is going to be up there smelling like poop. And the jury just going to agree with whatever he say. Please just take his shitty pamper off that take him off of the goddamn stand. It stinks up there. This is pure survival. You got to think about the motherfucker that got to get on the stand after Clive Davis and how funky it's going to be. The judge is going to be sitting there, oh my God, Lord Jesus. Just tell us what he did, Clive. Just tell us. Surviving the fact that you better tell us because you the one who created the monster. This is pure survival. You taught Diddy Glover everything he knows. You taught him everything he know. You, Clive Davis, you and Diddy Glover's mother. And you see Diddy Glover's mother, they still hanging out French kissing. They still kissing under the mistletoe. Diddy Glover and his mother is still kissing under the mistletoe. And you still was kissing Diddy Glover and having freak offs with him too. How do you have freak offs and you got poop all on your fingers, Clive Davis? Surviving the fact that Clive Davis be having a freak off with poop stains all on his fingertips? This is pure survival. They got Diddy Glover on tape reeling that motherfucker in. They got Clive Davis in a wheelchair, buck ass naked. Buck ass naked with a sex worker dancing on Clive Davis. The man is 5,710 years old. And he was on one of, the motherfucker, those things where you move like it's not a regular wheelchair. He had like the electric kind. He had the electric kind with sex workers. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about boys, male sex workers dancing on his motherfucking dancing on his wheelchair joint. I'm talking about dancing on his electric joint. And Clive Davis sitting there shaking that old thing. He just sitting there shaking that old thing. This is pure survival, guys. They got it all on tape. It's all on tape. So they told him, listen, we know that you created Diddy Glover. And my whole thing is, Clive, yes, you feel bad for him. Of course, because you created him. You put Diddy Glover in the position that he's in. You put him in the position. He had to freak and suck and lick allegedly all on your tip and everything to get to his position. Now you put him in the position and you train him, and Diddy Glover ended up taking everything you taught him and did the same goddamn thing, Clive. You know what I'm talking about? Justin Bieber, motherfucking Usher, all of them, and there's other young Nickelodeon kids. There's other young Nickelodeon kids that are coming out too, and I'm not gonna say none of the names that I heard yet because I'm on a wait. I'm gonna wait for Little Rodney. Little Rodney will break the story. Little Rodney, he don't give a fuck about throwing any celebrities out there. You see Cuba Gooding been quiet than the motherfucker. We don't hear from Cuba Gooding. We don't hear from Trey, from Boys in the Hood. We ain't hearing from Radio. I want my football. I never had a freak off with Diddy Glover. Radio want his football. He ain't even asking for his football. This is pure survival at this point, guys. But Clive Davis, there's been information and things out there with you and these freak offs for a long time. I'm actually surprised that you're just getting subpoenaed. Everybody's been getting subpoenaed. And you're finally getting subpoenaed because it started with you, Clive. It started with you. This is pure survival at this point. You know what I'm talking about? So they gonna have caregivers. They're gonna have caregivers in that motherfucker in that courtroom. Cause people, like I said, gonna have to change this man's diapers as this shit going on. He's gonna be sitting there just shitting on himself. The more information that they telling him, you know what I'm saying? Clive Davis, you is too old to be involved in this. And for you to still be trying to help Diddy Glover when you know what was going on. And I know you probably mad at Diddy Glover because you probably told him, listen, keep your fucking mouth shut. You shouldn't have never told them that they was racist, Diddy Glover. You was put in position, you was put in power, and you tried to fight against the machine. Even if you knew that they was racist, you should have just said, fuck it. I ain't even gonna say nothing. You know what I'm talking about? Now everybody pulled away from you. You know, and they was allowing you to do these things. That's how the Hollywood system worked from what we found out. They don't give a damn what you doing. Just don't come and disrespect us. You must listen and follow all our orders. It's the modern day slavery type of thing. You know what I mean? So you one of them, what they call that shit? The master said we can't be out here this late. Like Diddy Glover was one of the motherfuckers that's supposed to listen. It's cool for you to live good, but you got to listen to master. And Diddy Glover didn't want to listen to master. And who put him on was Clive Davis. So now Clive Davis done got subpoenaed. His daughter is on Twitter, going off. But let me tell you something, Miss Clive Davis' daughter. You need to be worried about changing your dad's diapers and be happy that your dad is getting a deal. They're telling him all he got to do is just tell. Because we got him on tape trying to give Diddy Glover money and been sharing wiretaps, emails, still trying to help him today while all this shit is out here. Clive Davis don't understand. Didn't you see what Jay-Z and them did? Everybody else got away from Diddy Glover. But you thinking that your complexion, you got the complexion for the connection, that you can still be talking and communicating with Diddy Glover, trying to help him out. But the feds don't give a damn. This is pure survival. They're not making as much as money as you, Clive. And you ain't giving them no money. This is pure survival, guys. Smash that like button. Clive Davis subpoenaed to go to testify against Diddy. I knew that this was going to come out. And you can hear the relationships that he been had with Diddy Glover. Clive Davis, this is how close they was.
Have they ever had anything past business?
Oh, yes, they did.
He and Clive Davis, have they ever had anything past business because to me they seem to mirror each other behavior-wise, like they.
Legendary music producer Clive Davis appears to be in hot water after fans have drawn links between him and Diddy's victims. They seem to believe that if Diddy ever goes down, Davis should be right beside him because he started it all. Are the fans right in their assertions, or is this the usual mom?
Y'all hear that? They done linked Diddy Glover. They linked Clive Davis with Diddy Glover and all the victims because he's the one who started this whole thing. So Clive, you're going down with him, dude. I done seen old motherfuckers in prison. It don't look good. I used to be a pusher. In state prison, I used to be a pusher. A pusher, that job is where you take the old people to chow and you push them and take them to the yard and all that type of shit. It's pure survival. When you in a wheelchair in prison, motherfucker just pushing you around. I used to be a pusher in prison. This is pure stone cold survival. We are surviving Clive Davis shitty diapers. This is crazy.
Legendary music producer Clive Davis appears to be in hot water after fans have drawn links between him and Diddy's victims. They seem to believe that if Diddy ever goes down, Davis should be right beside him because he started it all. Are the fans right in their assertions, or is this the usual mambo jambo internet gossip? Stay tuned because I've got all the 411 right here.
But he got a boss too, and his boss name is Clive Davis. Clive run him.
Over the past
Shout out to Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright been telling y'all that Clive Davis run Diddy Glover, and Clive Davis is the one who created Diddy Glover. And this is why Clive is going down. Him and the shitty typers. This is pure stone cold survival. Somebody get him a diaper wipe. Somebody get him a diaper wipe.
Stay tuned because I've got all the 411 right here.
But he got a boss too, and his boss name is Clive Davis. Clive run him.
Over the past few days, the internet has been awash with many theories alleging that Clive Davis is complicit in all the accusations of SA and are leveled against Diddy. Since Davis mentored and funded Diddy, many fans believe that the legendary producer also introduced Diddy to all the crimes that he's currently being accused of. Since last November, the Bad Boy Entertainment founder has suffered multiple lawsuits from victims who claimed that he mistreated them, slept with them against their will, and recorded the entire incident on tape. Sadly, his victims range from youths to adults, men to women, and anything in between. The numerous allegations have caused many advocates to call for Diddy's arrest, with many event organizers barring him from attending their shows, but not Clive Davis. The legendary music producer defied all odds to invite Diddy to his pre-Grammy bash.
And you see that, Clive? You wanted to sit there when everybody started to run away and run for cover and get away from Diddy Glover. You wanted to invite him to the Grammys when nobody didn't even want to sit next to Diddy Glover at the Grammys. But you still wanted to hang on your little boyfriend. And you was Diddy Glover's fucking sugar daddy. You think that they're not going to take down the sugar daddy? Clive, this is pure survival. You should have got away from him back in January. You should have left him alone, but you still wanted to keep talking, still want to keep trying to protect this man. That just shows a sign of guilt. We've been hearing this. You should have left this motherfucker alone. You should look. Russell Simmons is he's still clapping Usher's cheeks. He left already and still getting a chance to clap Usher's cheeks. Put them skates down. Put the skates down and give me your cheeks. This is pure stone survival. So Russell Simmons is still getting cheeks over in another country. It's too late for Diddy Glover to run. And you sitting there trying to protect him because you still in love with that boy. You know what I mean? And I get it. You was hitting Diddy Glover allegedly when he was young. You was clapping his cheeks when he was young. You know what I mean? Back when Diddy Glover was in his golden days. Back when he was in his golden days. You know what I mean? This is back when Diddy Glover was scrambling and scraping for shit. And you probably really, really enjoy how he scrambled and scrambled and scraped for shit. You know what I mean? But now you done got yourself tied up in the shit. Now they done subpoenaed you. You better go ahead and snitch. That's what I've been telling them. I told the Kardashians. I told Kim, her freaky ass. I told her mother. I even told Caitlyn Jenner, Caitlyn, you better tell too. Because you was over there with Diddy Glover making his pecker disappear. Caitlyn, you know you was. This is pure survival. Everybody's telling on this man and getting subpoenaed. Them bugging fans is not playing.
Sadly, his victims range from youths to adults, men to women, and anything in between. The numerous allegations have caused many advocates to call for Diddy's arrest, with many event organizers barring him from attending their shows, but not Clive Davis. The legendary music producer defied all odds to invite Diddy to his pre-Grammy bash because the two share a great relationship. Diddy and Davis's relationship goes all the way back to the 80s when the Bad Boy Records exec was just an intern at Uptown Records under the tutelage of Andre Harrell. Harrell himself was a protege of Clive Davis, who trained him in music production and possibly other stuff, which we would come to later. Within a year at Uptown Records, Diddy moved from intern to vice president and had worked on revolutionary albums such as Mary J. Blige's What's the 411? However, Diddy was fired from Uptown Records soon after with no official reason, giving room to many speculations. One of the reasons given was that Andre Harrell wanted Diddy to spread his wings and fly. He wanted
Wow, this is crazy. They wanted Diddy Glover to spread his butt cheeks and fly. They wanted Diddy Glover to spread his butt cheeks and fly. But I get it though. Clive Davis, like you know how you got a young John, like your bottom John, like, and you gonna always have feelings for her. That's how Clive Davis feel for Diddy Glover. So I get that he's still been trying to stick up for him and been sending that boy money and different things like that and let him know you the only one that's still standing next to Diddy Glover. Now they done came and subpoenaed you, sir, and your daughter is outraged. She's going crazy on Twitter. She's going crazy on Instagram. Why are they gonna put my dad in this? My dad had nothing to do with that sicko. Now you want to call Diddy Glover a sicko? When your dad was making love in the club with Diddy Glover. Your dad was making love in the club. Surviving the fact that your dad was making love in the club with Diddy Glover. This is pure survival. So Clive Davis' daughter, if you watching this shit, I don't care how you feel. You feel like everybody's sitting there throwing your dad in it. What do your dad got to do with this? Your dad created a monster. Your dad is the one who started this nightmare on Diddy Street. Your dad started Nightmare on Diddy Street. This is pure survival. And you don't give a shit. All you was worried about was money. I know it's your dad, but you always kept that hush money too. Now you pissed off because your dad got to go to court. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Just change his doodle diaper, and bring him in motherfucking court and just let him tell what they already know. You should have been monitoring your dad's phone. Your dad still wanted to keep talking to his little young Diddy Roni. His young little Diddy Roni. He still wanted to keep trying to talk to him and help him out. You think the feds is not going to get mad about that? That your dad want to keep helping Diddy out, trying to give him an escape, telling Diddy Glover that what countries he can go to where they don't have expedition. They got the emails and the text messages with Clive Davis allegedly telling Diddy what countries to go to where they don't have expedition, sweetheart. Your dad is implicating himself and he's already on them tapes. This is pure stone cold survival. So they already got enough evidence on him with some young minor motherfuckers. And they saying, dude, if you don't give him up, you know what I mean? Because he's about to be going to jail very, very soon. And we all about to see this. This is pure stone cold survival. It's not the fact that I want him to go to jail. It's what's really going to happen. And now it's just a whole bunch of people that's going down with him. And Clive Davis, I think Diddy Glover's going to end up telling on you anyway. So you better tell, because Diddy ain't going to, trust me, when Diddy get into the jail and he starts singing like Chris Brown and that motherfucker, and he and that motherfucker, yo, don't know your name, but excuse me, miss, I saw you from across the room, but I have to admit, I got some shit, and I want to just say yo. He gonna be saying yo to the feds, telling on all of y'all. So this is pure survival. You better tell why you got a chance, Clive.
Floor. However, some fans wouldn't buy that reasoning, claiming that Harold could have just encouraged Diddy and even helped him to set up his own label if he really wanted to help. Sadly, that wasn't the case. He left Diddy on his own to find his feet. Another rumor that made the rounds was that Diddy and Harold had several differences that they couldn't iron out, forcing Harold to fire him. Fans thought this reason made sense, given that Diddy wanted a particular music style that didn't sit well within Harold's vision for the label. Whatever the reason, Harold laid Diddy off, sending him back to the unemployment queue. Bent on starting his record label.
And you see that? Harold, that dude from that record company fired Diddy Glover. And guess who picked him up? When Diddy Glover got fired, guess who picked him up? Diddy Glover brought his butt cheeks over to Clive Davis and said, look, I need a job. Go ahead and hit it. Go ahead and hit it. Just put me at the top. So you were sitting there protecting Diddy all this time, and you didn't think they was going to ever come for you, Clive? This is pure survival. And I know you probably understand what I'm saying, but you probably don't. You probably don't even know who you are. You're 5,710 years old. So you probably don't even know who you are. This is pure survival. But I hope your daughter is watching.
Diddy met Clive Davis and sold the idea of establishing a hip hop label, and within minutes, Davis latched onto it. At the time, Davis was an accomplished music producer, having successfully launched the careers of Whitney Houston and Aretha Franklin. On why he chose to fund 23-year-old Sean Puffy Combs, Davis claimed that he believed hip hop was the future. In an interview on Rock and Roll with Pete Gambit, the top producer said, "When I met with Puffy, he articulated that hip hop should be part of the top 40 mainstream and that the business would change in the future. And I said, what have you got to illustrate that point? And he played me Craig Mack's Flava in your ear, and he played me the then unknown artist that he felt and believed so strongly. He played me 4 or 5 cuts from Notorious Big. However, not everyone is sold on this reason either. In fact, many critics believe Davis's official reason was a mere front, hiding the dark reason why."
And one thing about you, Clive Davis, when Whitney Houston, rest in peace to Whitney Houston, when she passed away and y'all kept doing that show, the show never ended. And it was like you kind of like you didn't care after all the money that Whitney Houston made y'all. I don't care what kind of addiction she may have been fighting with. You know what I'm talking about? We all got demons, Clive. And that's what they done pulled out on you. This is pure survival. All these other people done passed away. They long gone, and they looking down on all of y'all, saying, yeah, it's y'all turn to get y'alls. It's time to get y'alls. Because y'all been getting away with this shit for years. And like I said, Whitney Houston, she was your golden goose, golden egg once upon a time. You know what I mean? But you got with Diddy Glover when Diddy Glover was 23. So he probably had them oils. That's probably when he first created the Oshkosh goulash. And you probably was in love with the Oshkosh goulash. But you turned your back on Whitney Houston. So now you are paying prices. And I hope, like I said, your daughter, I don't care if she get mad. She can keep having these rants on motherfucking Twitter and all that stuff like that. That's not going to stop with the feds. They done already subpoenaed the man. So he's going to have to come and testify to what he knows and what they already know. That's one thing about the police. You can try to lie all you want. They already got everything on tape. They already got the motherfucking the text messages, everything. And what you trying to help Diddy flee the country right now. Pure survival. And I don't care if they try to snipe me. Cause I'm telling you the truth. This is pure survival. It's all about to come out.
"What have you got to illustrate that point? And he played me Craig Mack's Flava in your ear, and he played me the then unknown artist that he felt and believed so strongly. He played me 4 or 5 cuts from Notorious Big. However, not everyone is sold on this reason either. In fact, many critics believe Davis's official reason was a mere front, hiding the dark reason why he decided to support a relatively untested 23-year-old Puffy. The dark reason? Well, they claim that the two were in an S relationship, which at the time sounded ridiculous. However, recent reports lend credence to those allegations. Clive has admitted to being BI and claimed to have slept with some men in the past.
You see that? Clive Davis already publicly admitted, and the man is 5,710 years old. This is pure survival. If the man admits, while he's a grown-ass man, he's so old, Clive Davis got 300 and something IDs. He got 300 and something identification cards. You know what I mean? This is pure survival. So he's old enough. If he admit that he got boyfriends and he done knocked off a lot of young men, young black men in the industry, that's his business. Long as they had ID. Diddy Glover was 23 when he fell in love with Clive Davis, and he fell in love with the money. You know what I mean? So he was of age when Clive Davis was clapping his cheeks, and he was clapping Clive Davis' cheeks. This is pure survival. But the whole thing is, now it's all coming to light. It's all coming to light.
Relatively untested 23-year-old Puffy. The dark reason? Well, they claim that the two were in an S relationship, which at the time sounded ridiculous. However, recent reports lend credence to those allegations. Clive has admitted to being BI and claimed to have slept with some men in the past. Though Diddy has yet to admit them, several reports claim he swings both ways too, with several of his victims coming out to corroborate such reports. Interestingly, the allegations didn't stop there. The fans also surmise that Clive Davis had a heavy influence on Diddy.
Yes, he did have a heavy influence. We all know. We're not no longer blinded by the Hollywood. We know. Now, I didn't know this stuff years ago, but we know Clive Davis is the one who created Diddy Glover and put the money behind him to sponsor these freak off events, to sponsor these freak off challenges and these freak off events. This is pure stone cold survival. Smash that like button, everyone. We are in the building, and we're surviving Clive Davis's pampers and surviving the fact that this man must seek justice. He must come to get justice too.
Been accused of
You know what I
ruining
mean?
the
Because he the one, this is where it all came from, guys. Do y'all realize if Clive Davis, to me, I mean, I judge a man from what they do or a woman for what they do for themselves, but he the one who influenced to get Diddy Glover started, to give Diddy the power to know, like, damn, you can make these people feel like, look, if you want your dreams to come true, you got to give me that ass. Like he taught him that. And then people that don't really know that just want to get on and want to get their talent out there, they pretty much, you know what I mean? Like, all right, so if do I gotta let you put the whole thing in or just a piece of it? You know, like they trying to decide. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know. It's like, damn, if I don't let this man hit this, I'm not gonna make it. Clive Davis, you were the one allegedly who taught Diddy Glover how to do that power move, that sick power move. You know what I mean? To use your money and your muscle to try to get into somebody's Brussels sprout, to try to put your pecker inside of somebody's Brussels sprout. This is pure survival at this point.
Which at the time sounded ridiculous. However, recent reports lend credence to those allegations. Clive has admitted to being BI and claimed to have slept with some men in the past. Though Diddy has yet to admit them, several reports claim he swings both ways too, with several of his victims coming out to corroborate such reports. Interestingly, the allegations didn't stop there. The fans also surmised that Clive Davis had a heavy influence on Diddy, including how to treat women. Clive himself has been accused of ruining the lives of women who worked under him. According to the rumors, the producer hooked some of the women on illegal substances, mistreated them, and eventually caused their demise. One of Davis's staunchest critics is Jaguar Wright, who has claimed that she personally witnessed Davis mistreating singers Whitney Houston and Christina Bobby Brown. Wright intimated that the legendary producer introduced Whitney Houston and her daughter to substances. She also claimed that the legendary producer had a hand in the passing of both mother and daughter. In her estimation, Davis wanted to control the life, career, and finances of both artists and sacrifice them when it was expedient for his purpose. She called him several names, including devil worshipper, P, and member of a satanic cult. And
See, and Jaguar Wright was saying this. Shout out to Jaguar Wright. Like I said, when y'all don't want to listen and think, wow, she's saying something that's so mind-blowing that was very hard to believe, she was saying this shit years ago. Tell me, why is it coming to light now? Tell me how come I can't breathe with no air? This is pure survival. It's all coming to light. Clive.
who else is facing similar allegations? Diddy. Unless you're living under a rock with no internet, your social media feed should be flooded with news of Diddy's accusations. First up was Cassie Ventura, Diddy's ex-girlfriend, who claimed that the 54-year-old took her through some of the worst times of her life, subjecting her to psychological and emotional trauma. She accused the bad boy executive of mistreating her, asking her to sleep with other men while he watched, and screaming expletives at her. She explained how the rapper controlled every aspect of her life, including how she did her hair, the dress she wore, whom she talked with, where she went, etc.
See, and y'all see how Justin Bieber was doing his hair? Diddy Glover had Justin Bieber doing his hair like all kinds of different ways. Diddy Glover had Usher doing his hair different kind of ways. This is pure survival. But at the end of the day, it all stemmed from fucking Clive Davis. It all stemmed from you, sir. So your daughter can be outraged all she wants. She should be embarrassed. How you never heard these stories about your dad? No, you didn't care. Because your dad had money and power and you are rich and you're a spoiled brat. And now you upset that the fact that he got subpoenaed. But just go to court with him. Go to court with him because he's going to have to go. Pure survival at this point.
Which has been compared to how Clive Davis allegedly treated Whitney Houston. The only difference between the two was that Cassie lived long to tell the story, while Whitney embarked on the journey of no return. Cassie probably saw herself ending up just like Whitney, and promptly escaped Diddy's clutches while she could. She knew she had a life to live and a career to protect, so she broke off the relationship with the music mogul in 2018 and returned to sue him for all the damages he had caused her. But one who allegedly couldn't escape or survive him was Kim Porter. Diddy's longtime girlfriend passed away in 2018 in her Los Angeles home after suffering from lobar pneumonia, a disease that causes inflammation of the lungs. Many fans suspected foul play in
Wow, it's just so deep how so many people that didn't never survive Diddy Glover, that never survived Clive Davis. Rest in peace to all of them. And shout out to all the alleged victims out there. Y'all gotta smash that like button. Cause this is pure survival. It's all coming, it's all crumbling down. It's all crumbling down. And they starting with the head of the snake. Clive Davis is the head of the snake. You know what I mean? He's the diaper rash of the snake. This is pure survival.
They're not in the way.
Many people had long suspected the bad boy executive of mistreating and essaying women, but since none of his alleged victims came out to testify against him, all the reports remained mere allegations. Even before Cassie came out to expose the music mogul, Wendy Williams had insinuated on her show a few years ago that Diddy was mistreating his girlfriend. During one of their infamous splits in 2015, Wendy Williams alleged on her televised show that Diddy was displaying controlling behavior over Cassie. She said, "My thing about when you date a mogul, it's a really difficult thing to avoid them, because if you use your head, you never know when they'll pop up on the scene. He can hire a plane right now, land on the roof of the hotel she's staying, pay people off at the front desk, give me a key, and let me up in her room." However,
wow, see, and Wendy Williams was been saying that. Wendy Williams was been saying that. This is pure survival. You know what I'm talking about? Wendy Williams got fired for calling Diddy out for his freakish ways. You know what I mean? And she said that Cassie knew that Diddy Glover could fly a private airplane, land on a hotel where you at, go to the front desk, pay the motherfuckers off at the front desk, get the camera footage of him whooping your ass in the damn lobby, do all of that stuff. So he had the money. That's why at first when everybody kept saying, well, why are the victims just speaking out now? I was thinking the same thing. I'm not even going to front. But when I found out how powerful Diddy Glover was, and then he had motherfuckers like Clive Davis that'll just send him any kind of, yo, send me a cash app for 5 million. Yeah, send me a cash app for 5 million. This is pure survival. You know what I'm talking about? So they had all that power, and it's been going on since the 90s. This is the first time something big like this is happening, to where they're looking in the industry and looking like, wow, damn, they was doing all this shit to these motherfuckers. Everybody was scared to speak out. You know what I'm talking about? You see that one dude got his car blown up, Kid Cudi, he admitted to the shit. He like, I just got that motherfucker too. I ain't even get no I didn't even get no Regina from Cassie yet. We were just talking. I was trying to get to that place, but he blew my shit up. I told Cassie, look, we can't be together no more. We can't be together. This is pure survival at this point.
Cassie's revelations in her 2023 suit, 5 years after breaking up with Diddy, confirmed everything Wendy Williams said in 2015. The same might have applied in Kim Porter's case. Many fans suspect that Porter passed away after several years of mistreatment at the hands of the homecoming rapper. They believe that she was subjected to the same treatment as Cassie, or probably worse. But she might have chosen not to talk about it because she wanted to protect the 3 children she shares with.
And we already know, rest in peace to Kim Porter, about her mysteriously untimely death. I'm not going to speak too much on that. I'm going to let whatever come out and whatever happened in this court, because that court hearing going to be crazy. It's going to be so much stuff that's going to blow our minds when they get to the court part. You know what I mean? Because we're down to like weeks and days now where this shit's all going to hit the fan like big time. Y'all think when they raided the house that was big. When they say Diddy Glover arrested, oh my goodness, that's when the internet is going to go crazy. This is pure stone cold survival. You know what I mean? But Kim Porter, she never got a chance to survive. You know what I'm saying? And that book that she had, I wonder what the hell she was saying in that book. I know y'all wonder what she was saying in that book. This is pure survival. She was saying all this shit, I bet you, before we all finding out now, she was talking about this stuff. I bet you. Smash that like button, guys. This is pure survival at this point.
Diddy. Cassie, on the other hand, had no child with the music mogul, so she probably had nothing to protect. In light of all these discussions, conspiracy theorists suspect an invisible power play behind the curtain. Some have questioned why most of these top Hollywood and music industry executives have been the center of SA&R allegations. They suspect that it is probably a part of an elaborate sacrifice system that gives them the power, money, and influence that they desire. These people, mostly men, are part of a secretive organization, and they meet regularly to decide who should live and who has to be sacrificed.
Wow, that's crazy. So they meet regularly to decide whose butt cheeks is going to be sacrificed and who's not. That's crazy. Shout out to Easy Tino in the building. Diddy might have to work food SVC in jail. Yeah, he might be working in the kitchen, tossing salad with jelly or syrup. Take that pure survival. Usher will come. Yeah, Usher gonna come visit him. I bet you Usher gonna visit him. You see how he visiting Russell Simmons and he got them creepy ass eyes in the fucking pictures. He taking them pictures with them creepy ass looking eyes, sitting there talking about Drake and Rick Ross beef. Russell, you need to sit the hell down. Ain't nobody listening to you. Talking about, yeah, you and Vessel, Drake and Vic Voss need to just get along because we got this stuff. You should have been thinking about that when with these alleged motherfucking cases you got. Talking about they need to get along. They ain't going to fight each other. Oh, this is just rap battles. Oh, Rick Ross done took his boobs out of the bra and said, oh, Drake, take that. Oh, you know what I mean? Oh. And Drake like, Diddy, do you love me? Are you riding? You know what I mean? This is pure survival though, guys. Clive Davis was subpoenaed, so he will be going to court. You know what I mean? I was waiting for that to come out, and his daughter is outraged, and that's how I found out, because she's all over Twitter snapping like a bucket of crabs. You know what I mean? I bet you they're going to tell her to delete that shit. You better delete it right now, because all that's doing is making your dad case worse. Is you just making it worse, making him look more guilty. They already been had this stuff out there about him allegedly teaching Diddy Glover how to do this stuff, and you partaked in it. Clive, this is pure survival at this point.
These sacrifices purportedly bring them lots of money, as in the case of Whitney Houston. Sources indicate that Whitney's passing brought in millions of dollars, making her more valuable in death than when she was alive. To support their assertions, the theorists point to a private investigator report that indicated that the...
Wow, that's crazy. So they don't, and them executive, they make more money when you deceased than when you're alive. So they don't really be caring when you die, because they're going to make money off you. You're going to make more money dead than alive. You know what I'm saying? That's why they be sacrificing. That's why they allegedly be sacrificing. This is pure survival. I had to sacrifice my food stamps when I first started surviving Diddy Glover. I had to sacrifice my food stamp. My food stamps. This is pure survival. I told y'all he got my food stamps turned off last year. I was scoring. That's when I started surviving him. When he got Jamie Foxx in the hospital. You know what I mean? But I sacrificed my food stamps and everything to speak out. I didn't give a fuck. I said, I'll go to a food bank. I'll go to a food bank. This is pure survival at this point. We must survive Diddy Glover. And look at Whitney Houston. She did all this shit for you, Clive. You know what I'm saying? And y'all did not care the night that woman passed away. I would have stopped that whole show. After all that money, smash that like button, guys. This is a shame.
A secretive organization, and they meet regularly to decide who should live and who has to be sacrificed. These sacrifices purportedly bring them lots of money, as in the case of Whitney Houston. Sources indicate that Whitney's passing brought in millions of dollars, making her more valuable in death than when she was alive. To support their assertions, the theorists point to a private investigator report that indicated that the pop star succumbed to defensive wounds. The official report of Whitney's demise states that the pop star passed from accidental drowning, heart disease, and an overdose of coke. However, Paul Hubel, a former police officer, claimed that Whitney was the target of an assassination. According to him, the pop star was targeted by a drug ring that she owed up to $1.5 million. The coroner's report indicated that a large portion of Houston's lower back was burnt by the hot water in which she was found. Hubel noted that the water was so hot that 6 hours after the singer had passed, it was still 93.5 degrees Fahrenheit, and not even a person high on substances would venture into water that hot. Secondly, the report claimed that there were injuries on her forearms and legs, as well as a cut on her lower lip and scrapes to her forehead and nose. Hubel interpreted all these lacerations and injuries as signs of a struggle between Houston and her assailants. Interestingly, the singer passed away in the very hotel in which Clive Davis was organizing his famous pre-Grammy bash.
And that's crazy. That's crazy. That whole thing. You know what I mean? This is pure survival. Shout out to the 2,100 people in the building. Smash that like button. We are surviving Clive Davis' shitty diapers and surviving the fact that he has to testify against Diddy Glover. Yes, he was subpoenaed. You know what I mean? But listen, guys, this is just crazy. Whitney Houston, like, man, like that is just deep. So I'm telling you, Clive, like you got one chance to snitch on Diddy Glover. You're 5,710 years old. This is your only last chance. You know what I mean? Because for real, you should be going to jail right along with Diddy Glover. You should be. You know what I mean? In my opinion. It's just my opinion. This is pure survival at this point.
Secondly, the report claimed that there were injuries on her forearms and legs, as well as a cut on her lower lip and scrapes to her forehead and nose. Hubel interpreted all these lacerations and injuries as signs of a struggle between Houston and her assailants. Interestingly, the singer passed away in the very hotel in which Clive Davis was organizing his famous pre-Grammy bash. Thus, while the legendary producer was partying with the high and mighty in the industry, his alleged victim was struggling for her dear life. After she gave up the ghost, her body was sneaked through a side door and outside outside the building while the party continued as if nothing happened.
And that's the craziest thing. Whitney Houston, the iconic, and I will always love you. I can't even hit that note. This is pure survival. I've never heard nobody sing like that and hit a note like that ever since Whitney Houston. This is pure survival, Clive. And y'all kept on partying. You decided to keep partying with Diddy Glover and the rest of the freak off partners. You know what I mean? While she sat there being shifted off and snuck out the back door of the hotel while y'all kept partying. This is crazy, guys. And look what happens. Y'all go down all from partying. All from freak off parties. This is pure survival at this point. Clive!
In which Clive Davis was organizing his famous pre-Grammy bash. Thus, while the legendary producer was partying with the high and mighty in the industry, his alleged victim was struggling for her dear life. After she gave up the ghost, her body was sneaked through a side door and outside the building while the party continued as if nothing happened. This secretive group also allegedly has incriminating videos of their victims, which they use to threaten and control them in the industry. Aside from introducing them to illicit substances at parties, they induce their victims to engage in illegal acts and then record them. The group then threatens to release the tapes if the victims...
See, and they have all the tapes of that. So Diddy Glover, Clive Davis allegedly taught Diddy Glover how to blackmail the other entertainers, how to put the cameras all in your house and record the shit to blackmail them, all for a money scheme and all that type of shit that they was doing in the industry. Clive Davis is the one who allegedly started that shit. He the one who put Diddy Glover on. Yo, you want to blackmail some of these motherfuckers? All right, start recording them when they doing all the freaky shit. I'm talking about as soon as they get butt ass naked, soon as they get butt naked, start recording. This is pure survival at this point. You know what I mean? So they must cut the head off the snake. They must cut the head off the snake. This is pure stone cold Clive Davis shitty diapers survival at this point.
Party continued as if nothing happened. This secretive group also allegedly has incriminating videos of their victims, which they use to threaten and control them in the industry. Aside from introducing them to illicit substances at parties, they induce their victims to engage in illegal acts and then record them. The group then threatens to release the tapes if the victims don't do their bidding. Interestingly, Jaguar Wright has accused Clive Davis of possessing such incriminating tapes, which he allegedly used to control Whitney Houston. Diddy is also believed to have similar tapes that give him power over his victims in the industry. In Cassie's suit against Diddy, she recalled moments when the rapper would have her perform various acts with other men and record them. Another R victim of the music mogul has also accused him of recording the entire encounter and showing the video to friends. Thus, conspiracy theorists aren't far from...
That's crazy. Like, I don't even know how you could record another man bombing out your woman. Like, I'm just like, I know it's some people into some freaky shit, but I'm too hell to the no. I don't even want to record me having sex with you. You know what I mean? Because I might look and be like, why are you sucking it so good like that on camera? Why are you looking in the camera like that? Have you done this before? This is pure survival. You know what I mean? We had sex on camera. I'ma feel like, bitch, you done this before. This ain't your first cell phone sex tape. This ain't your first cell phone sex tape. Surviving the fact that this ain't your first cell phone sex tape. This is pure survival. So we're going to decide to delete this motherfucker because I don't even want to look at you like this, all freaky and nasty. I know I talked you into doing it, but I don't want to do that. So I'll be damned if I record somebody else. Shout out to Eva. Said this is pure survival at this point. Eva, you ain't lying. You know what I'm saying? But I don't even want to record my damn self, let alone somebody else. I'm too, I'm jealous. I'm not insecure, but I'm a jealous motherfucker. I'll be like, why are you screaming like that? Like when he was hitting you like that, why was you screaming like that? You don't make that noise with me. You don't make that noise with me. Fuck all that. Hell no.
And their cohorts have such tapes, which they use as control mechanisms. Though this sounds crazy, wait for the crazier part. The conspiracy theorists believe that there is a direct link between Diddy, and by extension, Clive Davis, and the demise of Michael Jackson. Now,
wow, this is pure survival. You mean to tell me that Clive Davis and Diddy Glover got a link to Michael? To Michael? Are you kidding me? Surviving the fact that you got to be kidding me? This is pure survival. So you telling me Diddy Glover's the reason why there's not a Neverland? That there's no funnel cake at the Neverland? Oh my God, this is very heart wrenching. This is very heart wrenching. Michael Jackson was the king of pop, dude. Reaching out, I touch my shoulder. I'm dreaming of the street, and they say why? Tell them that it's Diddy's fault now. Why? Cause we did it that way. This is pure survival. I'm about to bust out crying.
Other men and record them. Another R victim of the music mogul has also accused him of recording the entire encounter and showing the video to friends. Thus, conspiracy theorists aren't far from the truth if they claim that Diddy, Clive Davis, and their cohorts have such tapes, which they use as control mechanisms. Though this sounds crazy, wait for the crazier part. The conspiracy theorists believe that there is a direct link between Diddy, and by extension, Clive Davis, and the demise of Michael Jackson. Now, to establish the connection, the theorists intimated that the secretive organization that was into blackmailing artists also had connections in the courts and law enforcement. Thus, they usually get away with the crimes they committed, even if the evidence goes heavily against them. This is why, in their opinion, nobody was held accountable for Whitney Houston's demise, although evidence suggests that she was assassinated. Also, that explains why Diddy and his cohorts are walking free, despite several allegations against them. In a recent suit filed by Rodney Jones against the embattled founder of Bad Boy Records, he alleged that Diddy had a fixer that covered up all his alleged crimes. The fixer, Fahim Muhammad, once worked as head of security for pop star Michael Jackson. Rodney Jones alleged that Diddy instructed his staff to contact Fahim Muhammad whenever they ran into problems.
Wow, this is pure survival. And I did hear that Diddy Glover was working with somebody that worked for Michael. That was working for Michael. See, if it wasn't for Michael, I had a pet rat. That's why I used to love that song. Been the two of us need look no more. We both found out what we were looking for. When the friend they call my own, I'll never be alone. As you, my friend, will see, you got a friend in me. This is pure survival. We are surviving the fact that I had a pet rat named Ben. I had a pet rat and a pet cockroach. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy, guys. So you mean to tell me that's what the link with Diddy Glover and Michael Jackson? This is getting bigger and bigger. This is getting bigger than Yo Gotti, the rapper Yo Gotti's forehead. This shit is getting bigger than Yo Gotti's forehead.
A recent suit filed by Rodney Jones against the embattled founder of Bad Boy Records, he alleged that Diddy had a fixer that covered up all his alleged crimes. The fixer, Fahim Muhammad, once worked as head of security for pop star Michael Jackson. Rodney Jones alleged that Diddy instructed his staff to contact Fahim Muhammad whenever they ran into problems with law enforcement in Miami or California. The suit also alleged that Diddy and his son shot a man in Chalice Studios and called Fahim Muhammad to help clear their name. Fahim then contacted the LAPD, who came into the studios and saw the blood in the restroom, and then came up with a bogus explanation that the shooting occurred outside the studios. Now, the same Fahim, who worked as Michael Jackson's security, was one of the first people on the scene when the pop star passed away. At the time that he was Jackson's head of security, Fahim had just graduated from the University of Sacramento with a degree in business administration at the age of 21. Now, this piece of information led fans to question why a 21-year-old graduate with an unrelated degree would be put in charge of the security of the world's most famous artist. Thus, they concluded that the rapper and, by extension, Clive Davis, had a hand in the demise of the king of pop, so they could.
We must meditate. We must meditate. This is getting very deep. It's a burning rain. It makes my heart ring. We must meditate. Burn desire. Build into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire. The ring of fire. Ah! I fell into a burning ring of freak offs. I done fell into a burning ring of freak offs. This is pure survival at this point. Pure stone cold survival. Johnny Cash. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire. The ring of fire. This is pure survival at this point. We must meditate. We must meditate. Clive Davis and Diddy Glover fell into a burning ring of freak-offs. This is pure survival. It's burning. It's hotter than gonorrhea sandwiches. This is crazy. It's just so much that's just coming out. So many mysterious things and things that we was already speculating. We've been speculating, and now it's coming out. Clive, you're gonna have to go to court, and you better snitch on Diddy while you got a chance, dude. You probably got 5 minutes, 26 seconds left to live, dude. So you better go ahead and have God forgive you. You need to ask the Lord for forgiveness, Clive, because you taught Diddy Glover every fucking freak off thing he knows. You taught him. So your daughter needs to accept it. That her dad, you're going to have to deal with the embarrassment. Okay, just cover the kids' ears. You know what I mean? It'd be better than them sitting there hauling Clive Davis off in a wheelchair into a police car. You know what I mean? So he got a chance to snitch. He got a chance to get his gunner on or Takashi 6ix9ine on. This is pure survival because Diddy gonna tell on everybody. Trust and believe me, if you think that Diddy gonna let all y'all tell on him and testify against him and just use the subpoena, I was subpoenaed, so I gotta go. Yeah, you gotta go when you subpoenaed, or you're going to jail your own self. But Diddy Glover ain't gonna take that excuse. No, he gonna tell because y'all telling on him. It's pure survival at this point.
Wrestled power over the industry. Probably, they were weary of the power and influence that Michael Jackson had in the music industry. Worse still, they might have been afraid that the pop star would expose them. A few years before his demise, the pop star had a long list of people he hated and wanted to expose. One of them was Tommy Mottola, the head of his record company, who he called devilish in a press conference. So he had to be eliminated before he caused havoc by exposing them. It's not clear whether Clive...
And I'm sorry, every time I see Michael, the first thing I be wanting to say is, and I do know that I love you. And I do know that I love you. I just can't help it. Every time I see Michael, I just say, and I do know that I love you. I just had to get that out, guys. Pure Stone survival at this point. I just had to get that out. And I do know that I want you.
Davis and his alleged secret ring had tapes of the pop star engaging in illegal activities, but even if they did, it wouldn't surprise many fans. Given the links that fans have established between Clive Davis and Diddy's victims, it is probable that the two men may go down together. Word on the street indicates that the legendary music producer is aware of this and is quaking in his books. Deep Throat sources claim that he has already started making preparations to save himself should the hammer fall. However, given the alleged mountain of evidence against him and his protege, many fans feel that there's nowhere to hide.
And there is nowhere to hide, Clive. They already sent the subpoena, sir. And if you sitting there, they done found proof that you trying to tell Diddy Glover what countries to go to that they don't extradite. Here's the thing. For anybody that keeps saying, well, why didn't Diddy run? It's too late for Diddy Glover to run. It's too late. The moment he tries to get on his private jet or airplane or whatever the fuck y'all motherfuckers think, Diddy Glover can't even ride a bicycle. The man can't even ride a bicycle right now without the paparazzi, without everybody watching. The man can't ride a bicycle. What makes you think that Diddy Glover is going to be able to go and take off in thin air, and he can't even ride a bicycle? The feds, if he try to take off anywhere from this motherfucking country, the feds is gonna stop him in before he even hit the motherfucker, before he get off the ground. As he trying to get on the plane, they gonna get free. Get your motherfucking ass on the ground. Check his asshole. He probably got some drugs in his butt cheeks. Just check his butt. This is pure survival. You know what I mean? Dedry Wise. Saluted Dedry Wise. I know I'm probably saying your name wrong, but you knows I'm a ghetto mess. If you watch me, then you knows I'm a ghetto mess. But thank you so much for hitting that super chat. Mrs. Wise, this is pure survival. Diddy Glover cannot leave. The man it's too late. So Clive, for you to be sitting there texting him, as old as you is, 5,710 years old, you trying to instigate that man to try to run. If Diddy Glover try to run, yes, they don't have a warrant for his arrest right now. They don't. What do you think that they're doing right now? So if Diddy Glover even try to sneak off, they're gonna automatically look, oh, he going to jail. We already knew that the fuck, you know what I mean? I wouldn't know what to do right now if I was Diddy Glover my damn self. Only thing I would know is like I shouldn't have done the shit in the first place. Pure survival at this point. I should have known how to stop partying. I should have never went and got a girlfriend by the name of Young Miami. Diddy Glover is what I told y'all. He 100 and something years old, 197 years old, something like that. Diddy Glover is 197, something like that, 98. And he should never want to date a woman that got young in front of her name. I've been saying that. I've been saying that. Why would you want to date a girl named Young Miami when you're 100 and something years old, Diddy? This lets it be known you don't want to grow up. You a Toys R Us kid. You know what I mean? You don't want to grow up. And now this is what happened. Y'all know how you got the motherfuckers that want to still keep trying to go to the club and you trying to chill. You like, look, I ain't going out tonight. I'm done going out. And it's always a motherfucker like, oh, damn, oh, your girl said you can't go out. They'll try to make you feel bad. Like, look, she don't want you to go out. That's why you can't go out. And most of the time, it be like that. Where motherfuckers, look, it's your woman that said, look, you can't go out tonight, goddammit. You know what I mean? But it don't matter. Why you trying to hype me up? Why you trying to hype me up to keep on partying? I done partied my life away already. I want to do something different. Surviving the fact that I want to do something different. This is pure grow the fuck up survival at this point. But Diddy Glover wanted to keep on partying and partying and partying and recording and recording and freak offing and freak offing. And now this is the freak off results. This is the grown ass man should have grown the fuck up results. You know what I mean? And Clive Davis, this I'm not surprised that they hauling your ass in there right now too. You played too much of a big part in Diddy Glover's life. You got him at fresh out of a teenage year. You know what I mean? And you turned him out. You turned his butt crack out. Duh, 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 duh. You turned his butt crack out. You know what I'm talking about? I just went into MC Hammer mode. Y'all remember that song? Turn this mother out. MC Hammer, if you watching this dude, I want to dance battle you one day. I always said since I was young, I wanted to dance battle MC Hammer. Because MC Hammer tried to challenge Michael Jackson back in the 90s. I remember that shit. But Hammer was a bad motherfucker. Even Diddy Glover used to be a good dancing motherfucker. No, Diddy. But I'm saying, I'm not gonna lie, y'all can't front. Diddy was a good dancing motherfucker. That nigga used to be dancing like a motherfucker. But then I remember when in the early 2000s when his dance moves started to become like slow. I was like, damn, Diddy, where he was holding the wall. I was like, damn, Diddy, you ain't used to have to hold the wall when his dance moves started to become slow. But Hammer, I still want to battle you, dude. Pure survival at this point. You know what I'm talking about? Oh. You know what I'm talking about? You can't touch this. Diddy? Pure survival. You go to Diddy Glover's fucking party, you got to sit there and have a shirt where he try to hug you from the back, but the shirt got to say, can't touch this. And the back of that motherfucker, can't touch this. Why my butt crack gets me so hard, make me say, oh my God, thank you for blessing me to my for the to my feet. Pure survival. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Smash that like button. My Instagram, Jamil Peterson, Mr. I Am Comedy. Follow me. I follow you back. If you guys get anything with Hollywood, send it to me. We fuck around, react to it. This is pure survival. Now, this is another motherfucker that's testifying against Diddy Glover that was subpoenaed. And I'm sure it's going to be more as the week goes. I love you all. Share this video and have a blessed motherfucker day. And I'll be back at y'all later on. And this is pure stone cold shitty diaper survival at this point.